there's heavy rain in Bengaluru. This as Bengaluru's got a record 18 times of normal rainfall in the last 24 hours. What's the impact? Let's go across to Shrija. Shrija, what is the latest now? Because for Bengaluru, these are all too familiar scenes now.
Well, the place that I'm reporting from is, it's pouring, and this is also one of the outer ring roads that connects to the IT corridor, and it started raining just about an hour and a half ago, and this is the situation, and it will remain till about September 9th. Now, that's what the IMD has predicted, but to give you an idea about what really is happening on ground, several of the residential areas are completely underwater. In fact, instead of vehicles on ground, on the roads, you are actually witnessing boats that are being deployed, not just by the neighborhoods, especially also by the SDRF and the NDRF teams as well. To give you a fair idea, which are the major areas that's been completely affected. Now, that's the IT corridor, especially the Mahadevpura zone. And we're talking about like Bellandur areas and also Varthur, Panathur Road. Now, these are certain areas that's witnessed in the last exactly 3 to 4 days where we were seeing flooding. What's more important to note here is that these are certain areas which have been visited by Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai himself, and he has addressed the grievances of the people, saying that he will ensure that the civic body will immediately, clear the stormwater drains, that is desilting of the stormwater drains. But clearly that's not happened, and it's once again,
and of course,
Shrija, it's an empty
also that the
Cauvery and Bengaluru is underwater.
Yes, and of course, Shrija, we've seen also that the water supply from the Cauvery pumping stations has now been stopped because of flooding in the pumping stations. What will the impact be for the people of Bengaluru?
Well, for the 12 million population here in the city of Bengaluru, half of the population uses especially the Cauvery. That's the major drinking water, and certain areas, to name a few, majorly that will be affected is Bengaluru North and Bengaluru East. Now, these are the two areas that will be majorly affected by drinking water, and this is for 2 days, today and tomorrow as well. Of course, there's not really an alternate arrangements that's been made. It's basically for people to ensure that they can get the drinking water themselves, either through tankers or, getting Bisleri cans.
Right,
so
Shrija,
clearly there's no alternative arrangements at the moment.
So really, so I said the dichotomy there of so much rainwater but no water to drink. Let's just look at the top highlights of what's happened here in the last 24 hours.
For the second time in a week in the Silicon City of India, large parts of Bengaluru are underwater. A man nearly drowned in the flooded street near Maratha Halli Silk Board Junction Road. In the nick of time, he was rescued by security guards. Lakes have breached, sewage from stormwater drains have overflowed, entering homes, and infrastructure has crumbled. In place after place, as roads turned into rivers, boats and tractors replaced cars. Heavy rains caused havoc in the slums in the southeast part of Bengaluru near Munekolalu and Bellandur. Over 1,500 families have been affected by the torrential rains, rendering them homeless. But even upmarket areas were badly affected. Over 25 places reported flooding.
What you see on to my right is this is the entry point to especially the layout, which at least has over 400 houses, residents. What you see here is especially people, taking loaves of breads and also food packets, milk packets, so that they can give it to especially the residents who are stuck inside their homes.
No, it's actually the second time. A couple of days before we had the same.
No, this started happening this year only, and we had got the situation like 5 days ago. And everybody worked together.
Huge rains which is happening, so we didn't expect that such huge rain.
Water gushed inside the Wipro office after the Halanayakanahalli lake breached in Sarjapur, entirely flooding the campus. Techies have taken leave from work and are out on the flooded streets helping their neighborhoods. Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai, who visited the same areas that we have reported from in Whitefield and Sarjapur Road, has once again made an empty promise. The Outer Ring Road Company Association has written to the Chief Minister that the companies have suffered a loss of 225 crores in just one day.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿ ಪರಿಹಾರ ಕೊಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
According to the Met Department, Karnataka's capital Bengaluru recorded 131.6 mm of rain in the past 24 hours, making Monday, the 5th of September, the wettest September day since 2014.
What you see right behind me is especially they're using a coracle to get to each person's house and also be able to give them or distribute food packets to them. Now that is the situation especially in the city of Bengaluru. With camera person Govind, Srija for NDTV.